What's going on, you guys? Steven here from AIRSOFT Tech, and today I am bringing you guys the video review of the gas blowback FN-57. This thing is absolutely fantastic. If you are interested in purchasing this gun, I will put a link down below in the description where you can go ahead and purchase it for around $150. However, you can go ahead and use a discount code to go ahead and lower the price, and you can save a few bucks that way. That's what I personally did. I would definitely recommend going ahead and doing that. So before we actually get into the review though, you guys, I want to quickly apologize for the lack of videos this past week. College started up, so I wanted all my focus and everything was just going towards being ready and you know, just making sure that, you know, I'm ready for the new school year for college, you know, the first week of college. So I didn't know what to expect. You know, I graduated from high school. College is a huge step up, and so I just really wanted to focus for college and get ready and stuff like that. And guys, this first week of college, or this first week of school, I am swamped with homework. It's been ridiculous. I didn't think I would be, you know, this busy with homework. I thought I would get, you know, a few assignments, but literally every class I have, tons of homework, so it's kind of disappointing. However, for the weekends, I'm going to be trying to do a whole bunch of videos, you know, film a whole bunch of videos, get them out of the way, edit them, and then throughout the week just upload them, you know, every couple days, every few days or something like that. But again, just wanted to quickly mention why the past week there hasn't been a single video. So now actually getting into the review, why don't I just quickly show you guys the trademarks on this baby. It's absolutely fantastic. I love the trademarks. And if you guys haven't realized, yes, the slide as well as the lower receiver are both made out of polymer. It's not like a polymer lower frame and then a metal slide. Nope, this is trying to replicate the real steel firearm, which is completely made out of polymer. Again, slide and lower receiver. So as you can see right there, FN Belgium. You got the nice logo right there. You got some nice textured grips where you hold the gun, and I gotta say, this is probably one of the best feeling pistols I've held in a while. I do have quite big hands, or, you know, probably, you know, a little bigger than average hands, and it fits really nicely, and I really like how it feels. And there is obviously the mag release button, the trigger. This is the safety. As you can see, when the red dot is showing, you can fire. When it's pushed up, you cannot pull the trigger at all. When it is down, you can go ahead and pull the trigger. And as you can see, it is ambidextrous, so that is pretty nice. Anyways though, moving on, we do have some nice serrations here on the slide as well, so it's really easy to pull the slide back. And then obviously here is the slide release right there. Just push that and the slide goes forward, pull the trigger. And so anyways, let's check out the magazine real quick. Let's set the gun down. And I'm just basically giving you guys a close-up of the gun right here and all of its parts and stuff like that. So this is the magazine. This holds around 22 BBs. I think it's 22 plus 1, so 23 in total. As you can see, it is a double stacked magazine, just like so. It is super heavy. A lot of the weight on the gun, you guys, is from the magazine. This thing feels like a tank. It really does. As you can see, there is the screw to, you know, screw in the C02 and for it to get punctured in there. I'm not sure if you can see that, but right in there, that's where it gets punctured. But they give you the little Allen key, so you don't have to worry about getting the tool. You know, if you have to have that around the house, they provide that, so don't worry about that. And here is the back. There is the gas release valve right there. There is the top, the lips of the mag. So overall, very, very, very heavy magazine. A lot of the weight, again, is coming from the magazine, and it slides really nicely into the pistol grip, or into the gun itself. Ready? Listen to this. Just slides and snaps right in. It's really nice, and it perfectly, you know, just how it, you know, matches up. It just lines up perfectly. It really is. They put a lot of effort into making this gun perfect, and I gotta say, probably my favorite pistol as of right now. It really is. So anyways, let's go ahead and look at the sights. A lot of you guys were wondering how good is, you know, sighting your target in and stuff like that. As you can see, they have white dots painted on them. There are the two right there, and then there is the third one right there, so you can just look down into your sights. And I gotta say, for a pistol, I really like these white dots on the iron sights. I hate it when they're just black, you know, black rectangles here and then just a black post here without dots on them or anything. The white dots make it a lot more easy to go ahead and sight in your target and go ahead and put some BBs downrange. Here we have some more trademarks. As you can see, Marushin Industry Co. Ltd. Made in Japan. Again, got some nice textures on the actual grip itself. Very, very nice. Again, we got the ambidextrous safety, and that is pretty much it. Again, you guys, as I stated, both the slide and the frame are made out of polymer. This is not a metal slide at all. And there's just one more trademark right there, Cal 5.7 by 28. Oh, and right there, if that will focus for you guys, there we go. The sun's pretty bright, but it has a fake serial code on it. It's pretty cool. But some of you guys, actually not some of you guys, one person was talking to me or asked me a question saying, hey, since the slide is plastic and it's running off CO2 and it's really powerful, again, it's not too powerful if you've seen the shooting test video. I'll explain that in a second though. Won't the slide break? You know, it's plastic, it's not metal. No, it will not, because everything that needs to be metal, which is all the internals, are metal. Everything that needs to be metal, everything that's important is metal, and that's basically what's required, and that's, you know, how it is. And so I have no fear at all that the slide is going to break or anything like that. The gun has been running absolutely smoothly. I have no problems with it whatsoever. The materials don't feel cheap at all. Some of you might be saying, oh, it's all made out of plastic, it must feel pretty cheap. It doesn't feel all that cheap. It really doesn't. I've held pretty cheap guns in the past, you guys, you know, experiencing a whole bunch of guns and stuff like that. This really doesn't feel cheap whatsoever. However, I am curious to see what the real stuff firearm feels like, to see if they feel the same. I know they look the same, and it's a 1-to-1 size replica. However, I really want to see how exactly the materials feel and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, external construction, very nice. So now going about disassembling the gun and adjusting your hop up. Some of you guys were asking me, how the heck do you adjust the hop up and how do you disassemble the gun? Well, first you want to make sure, take the magazine out, it's not loaded, nothing in the chamber. Go ahead, put the magazine down, rock the slide back just like so. Again, these serrations and how these tabs right here on the slide, just super easy. And just listen to that, it's just super crisp. Listen to this. I love it. I love this gun, you guys. I really do. So anyways, I don't know why I pulled the trigger. You want to make sure the hammer is cocked. Then once you do that, you can go ahead, pull the slide back. You can even put the slide release up and catch the slide. Then what you want to do is just push this button in, just like so. As you can see, it slides in. Then go ahead, release the slide. However, don't let the slide go flying. All right, don't do that. Just push it. However, the slide doesn't actually just slide off just like a normal gun, how it just slides off. You actually have to kind of wiggle it, and it just kind of pulls up just like so. And as you can see, nothing really on the bottom going here. It's super light. There is your hammer, obviously, all your important internals, the trigger box and stuff like that, the trigger assembly. So if you want, you can go ahead, grease those up, make sure everything is running smoothly. Let's go ahead, put that down though. Again, that is super light. There's nothing really going on with that. But here is the slide again. This slide also isn't too heavy, however, it's definitely heavier. This slide alone is definitely heavier than the whole lower receiver. The magazine though, that is what weighs a ton. So anyways, the hop up is a little tricky. As you can see, that dial right there is actually the hop up. The little circle, it kind of reminds me of like that gun in the World War II, World at War Call of Duty, where it has that like circular drum magazine and you pop it into the top of the gun. I forgot what gun that is. If you remember that gun, you know, whatever that's called, go ahead and comment that down below. I'd appreciate that. But anyways, as you can see, that is the hop up. So if you want more hop, say your BBs are just dropping and you need more hop, go ahead and turn it, what's it called, just clockwise, I guess. So just make sure you turn it to the right, and if you can't really put your fingers in there, what you got to do is just push this up. Ready? Just push that forward. As you can see, that will release, and just kind of just push it up a little bit, as you can see. So then you can kind of just tilt it. I know it's out of focus right now, you guys, I apologize about that, but then you can kind of just tilt it, and it's a lot easier just to go ahead and wind the wheel as if it was in the actual slide, and you know, in position, and it's pretty hard in that case. So but anyways, just release it a little bit, pull it up, you know, twirl it just a bit so you can get your finger in there, and you can twirl it really easily. Again, if you need less hop, go ahead, tilt it to the other side, and then you can just go down like that, and then you get less hop. And then once you're done, just let go, and as you can see, it is back to normal. So that is how you adjust the hop up. You know, more hop, less hop, again, whatever you need. And I would recommend definitely going ahead and lubing the slide up, you guys. I would really recommend going ahead and doing that. GBBs definitely need a lot of maintenance, okay? They definitely need a lot of maintenance. But anyways, if you want to actually take the gun apart even more, again, all you got to do is pull this forward, so that releases right there. I'm trying to get the camera to focus for you guys. There we go. So you get that to release, push this up, and then there we go. Push that up just like so, and then the spring guide all comes out as one. And then you can even adjust the hop up like this. Let me go ahead and put the slide down right there. You can even then, if you still can't do it, you can just take this out completely, and then it's really easy to adjust the hop up. You can just twirl it just like so. All right, but there it is. Let me make sure I don't lose my spring here. There is, you can't really see the inner barrel, but the inner barrel is in there. There it is, as you can see, that little brass barrel in there. And so all you got to do to reassemble it, again, guys, this is really easy. You don't have to be a professional to do this. Just slide this puppy in like so, push it in, let it go, and there it is. Good as new. just like that. And then to reassemble the gun, all you got to do is, again, wiggle it. You do not slide it, just wiggle it on just like so. Make sure this is actually lined up like that. You can even slide it on just a little bit, and then wiggle this front part in just like so. Push it back, push that forward, and there you go, just like so. Make sure you test it out a little bit, make sure the trigger works, make sure the slide catch, or the slide, slide release button works, and the slide does lock back. And then even if you want to try out the safety, go ahead, push that up, still works, push it down, pull the trigger, and everything looks good. So that's how you disassemble a gun, that's how you adjust the hop up. Again, if you need more hop clockwise, if you need less hop counterclockwise, and it's super easy. So now on to performance, you guys. If you haven't seen my shooting test video, I would definitely recommend going ahead and doing that. I put this gun through the chronograph, I did the accuracy test, the damage test, that's all in one video, the shooting test video. I will put a link down in the description, so if you want to go check that out, I'd greatly appreciate it, and I'd highly recommend it. But performance, now I want to talk about performance, and if this gun, it looks great, it feels great, but if it doesn't perform great, what's the point of getting this thing? That goes with all guns. But anyways, if you have seen my shooting test video, you definitely, you know by now that this gun is really accurate, okay? Especially when you adjust the hop up just right for the BBs that you are using, this gun can be deadly accurate. So FPS wise, Evike says that this thing can shoot anywhere from 320 to 330 FPS with 0.20 gram BBs. That is simply not the case. For a fresh 12 gram CO2 cartridge and 0.20 gram BBs, I was seeing anywhere from around 280 to 290 FPS. So it's a bit lower. You can definitely use this in a CQB environment, and you can definitely use this for outdoors as well. Don't think, oh, 280, 290, it's below 300. It must not be good to use for outdoors. No, you can definitely use this outdoors, because in the accuracy test I shot from, I believe it was like 45 to 60 feet, 45 to 55 feet, somewhere around there. Maybe even 60 feet, and it was reaching the target beautifully. I got pretty good groupings, and then I pushed it back even further. I think it was past 65 feet, I think even 70. Maybe I can be completely wrong, I do apologize if I am. However, both distances that I shot at, the results were really promising, okay? Especially again with only using 0.20 gram BBs and a 12 gram CO2 cartridge and adjusting the hop up just right. This thing is really, really fun to use, and the kick is also amazing. It really is. So anyways though, again, the magazine does hold 22 BBs plus one in the chamber, so in total 23 BBs. And what's also cool about the sights though, that I did forget to mention, the rear sight is actually adjustable, as you can see. You can just twirl it to the right to make it go up, twirl it to the left to make it go down, and then you can even twirl it to the right or left to move the actual sight right or left to sight it in even better. Obviously the front sight is fixed, so you can't do anything about that, but it is nice that they gave you the option to go ahead and adjust the rear sight. So to wrap up the review, you guys, I just want to also mention that I haven't done yet is that this gun does come with a Picatinny Rail, as you can see, so you can go ahead and mount any type of accessory on there. So you can put a flashlight on there, you can put a laser on there, you can even possibly put a foregrip on there if you want to have like a foregrip or some sort and just hold it. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, so anyways, I'm pretty sure I just I covered everything. Again, external construction, upper or the slide as well as the lower frame here are both made out of polymer. So again, don't worry about it breaking on you. I have no doubts about the build quality or the materials, the construction, anything like that. I told you guys how to take the gun down, disassemble it, and well, for the most part I showed you guys the basics. I could have disassembled it a lot further, but we're outside, I don't have the proper tools. But yeah, so I showed you guys how to get to the hop up, how to adjust the hop up for more hop up, less hop up, and I talked about performance, the chrono, and how hard it's shooting. Again, 280 to 290 with 0.20 gram BBs and a fresh 12 gram CO2 cartridge. I talked about the iron sights here. Absolutely great. I love it when sights have white dots on them, or just just anything other than just plain iron sights. And also talked about all the little trademarks, all the little serrations, and how well the gun feels when you're actually holding it. So the last thing we want to do to wrap up this review is, why don't we go ahead and shoot this baby for you guys.